Butters! You don't shoot a guy in the dick! What up, y'all? It's the Black Critic Guy, and I just got back from seeing 21 Jump Street, and it was freaking hilarious. Now, the movie 21 Jump Street, based on the TV, loosely, based on the TV show of 21 Jump Street made back in the 80s, follows these two guys who actually went to high school together. One was a super popular guy, and the other one was a very secluded and insecure nerd growing up. And then 9 years later, they meet each other again in the police academy, and they decided to become friends to help each other out. You know, one wanted to be a badass, the other one wanted to get smarter. So after graduating from the police academy, they all like, oh man, we're gonna be badass. Nope. They had to go patrol in the parks. That's their own duty, and that's the only thing they get to do. After a failed attempt to gain recognition for a drug bust, they got transferred to a section in the department that was shut down during the 80s, where they have to go into high school disguised as high school students and find out who's selling drugs and who's doing all the bad stuff, and that's where this story begins. Now, I might have been one of the many few who was very skeptical, very skeptical about this movie. First of all, it's a remake of a TV show made back in the 80s, a TV show that many people might not even remember. Secondly, it has Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill I can get used to. Channing Tatum, I'm always on the fence when it comes to him. But I was thoroughly surprised, and I think that going into this movie with like bad expectations actually made it a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Now let's dive into some of the pros. The biggest pro of this movie is it's freaking hilarious. This is the only movie this year that made me laugh to the point where I was hurting in my chest and I literally was tearing up. It was so damn funny. I was really shocked by the performances. Like, I like Channing Tatum's character. I like Jonah Hill's character. All of the characters were really great. I enjoyed most of them. Also, in the parts where they're like, when they took the drugs and they start like tripping balls and seeing crazy stuff, that was the coolest scenes in the movie. Like, when you see that, it was awesome. Some of the action and chase scenes were very entertaining as well. I was never bored watching this movie. Now, this movie is not without a few exceptions, and I did have a few cons. First of all, some of the things are very cliche, but they do make fun of the fact that they are cliches. In fact, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is the fact that when the chief was talking about how they're bringing back this old program that they did in the 80s because they have no originality and they're just rehashing everything. That was actually really funny. But there were like some cliche moments, you know. Those moments just didn't need to be in the movie. This might shock a lot of people considering I said I like Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum's characters, but the relationship between the two needed a little more work. The writing for their characters needed a little more work. When they were by themselves, they were standalone performances. When they're together, I didn't feel a chemistry. When you're making a sort of buddy cop movie, you need to make sure that they have good chemistry. You can't just not have them not connect in no way. Another thing that really irritated me is how they force-fed these like touching emotional moments. I don't need that, okay? Just make me laugh. I wasn't feeling it anyway, so just forget about it. Drop it. But overall, 21 Jump Street surprised the shit out of me. I didn't expect to laugh so much. I didn't think I would be this entertained. It was enjoyable. It was a fun ride to watch, and I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely worth watching. I say go check it out this weekend. But anyway, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you laugh hysterically like I did? Did you think it was just eh? And let me know, what is your favorite buddy cop comedy? Comment below and let me know. Anyway, I'm the Black Critic Guy, bridging the gap between movies and anime reviews. Till then, peace, YouTube.